Hello, this is T from Kate's Crafty Closet with a card here today for the monthly challenge that a group of us do over at Create at Home with G, and I will link that group into the description box below so you can join in and enter your projects and to get a giveaway that will be drawn at the end of the month, and we do this every month. So this month's color combination is kraft, burgundy, and green. So this is the card that I came up with. So this is what we're going to make today. So sit back and enjoy making this card with me. So I appreciate you being here today, and I will link as much as I can in the description box below of all the products that I use today. So the first thing you're going to need is a standard A2 size top folding card, which means that's measured by 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and this is my burgundy color. This is Recollections cardstock from Michaels, the 110-pound version. So we got that. Let's put that to the side and hope we don't lose it, because we have a tendency to do that. And the next thing I went out and did is I cut a piece of this plaid green and gold paper using this MFT stitched A2 frame die. It's the largest one in the set. And then I went ahead and cut 2 of these panels using the Neenah Desert Storm 100-pound cardstock for the base and for the inside of our card using the same die. So we put those aside because we'll need those shortly. And then for the tree, I used the same one of the 2 panels that I cut from the kraft cardstock. I went ahead and used this spellbinders. This is a 2013 holiday tree dies. Whatever tree die you may have on hand, this one may or may not be available considering how old it is. But if it is, I will link it as well. And then we went ahead and die cut out of that same burgundy cardstock, the Believe die from the recent release from My Favorite Things, and I went ahead and die cut that on. I put some adhesive on the back. This is just some Elizabeth Craft Designs, a roll of self-adhesive stuff. This is great stuff, and I put it on the back of my cardstock, and I just went ahead and die cut it. That way I could lift it out and put it onto the front of the card, because the glue it's kind of thin lines and I would be struggling with gluing it down. So that's why I went ahead and did that beforehand. So let's just kind of grab our base again and put some of the elements in on that so we can get that done. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to adhere the panel in the front of it. Since this is kraft cardstock, it's a little bit on the lighter side, so any kind of ink that somebody would write inside of it would be okay and work perfectly fine with black ink or blue ink, or even red ink would actually show up on that. So I'm just going to use, this is just some Zig 2-way glue. So like I said, had it a while and I don't want it to dry up on me, so I'm going to go ahead and just adhere that to the best of my ability. I am one to not be great at getting things lined up or straight, and I'm totally 100% perfectly fine and okay with that. So I'm just going to adhere that down. Okay, put that to the side for a sec. I'm going to grab one of our panels of the plaid, and then we're going to grab that tree panel like this, and we're going to put adhesive onto this panel. Okay, and then I'm going to put the plaid piece behind it, and this glue has a little bit of wiggle room, so if I don't line it up perfectly, I have a quick moment to do that. And if it doesn't work out to the way I want it to, I can lift it up like that and just go ahead and grab it, and there we go. And if it has a little bit hanging off of it, I'm okay with that. I really am. So there we go. We have that. And then the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to come in with that Believe sentiment. I'm not going to press it down hard right away, because I want to have, I want to place it, and then once I place it, then I'll push down on it. So as long as you're super light with it, you can move it. So I'm kind of okay with that. So there we go. We're just going to adhere that down. So it works out super great. So And then I'm going to grab some foam squares for the back of our card. Okay. So I'm going to grab some of those and put those on the back. Okay. And then we're going to do attempt to make a bow on camera. I was going to do it beforehand because it does take me a moment to get those done. Like, I'm not the greatest, not the fastest at doing it, but I do it, and I don't mind starting over, even if it frustrates me just a little bit. But yeah, it's okay. We'll get it done. Okay, so we have that ready. And then we had this, I thought this was the perfect combination. Plaid, because I love plaid, and it's red, and basically kraft and green. So like, how can you go wrong with that? And it's if like I don't get this bow done, I will just say, okay, I'll do this later. But we're going to make it work. And yes, I tie my bows quite differently than a lot of people. And that's okay, because this is the way I've been doing things. See how horrible I am at that? I probably should have gave myself a little bit more working space with the ribbon. I didn't cut a big enough piece, but we'll make it work. I'm just trying to get that tail to come over. And again, see how it doesn't want to work for me? And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the struggling. Like, the struggle bus is real today. Anytime it has anything to do with making a bow, I struggle with it. So, okay. I'm just going to call that one a day. And I'll do it later. And we'll just basically adhere the bow onto the card like I showed you in the beginning of the video. And look, I got it done. See? Maybe I was camera shy. Well, I thought I had it done. Almost had it done. But that's okay. I'm going to try it closer so I can see. And so I apologize for being off screen. But I think that if I would have had a little bit bigger, piece, it wouldn't be such a big struggle. It's usually wise of me to bring the whole roll and then cut from the roll after I tie the bow. But the roll is on a it's on a stand, and I would have to have pulled away a lot of stuff, and I was like, all right, not today. And so half this video is going to be me trying to attempt to tie a bow for you all, right? And still, I'm not leaving myself enough tail on this. So, like I said, we'll come back to that. I'll come back to that later. So I'm not going to stress out about that. I don't want y'all to sit there and watch me attempt to tie a bow for 30 minutes. So let's go ahead and grab the panel again. And let's do the best that we can to pull off these release paper in an ample amount of time. And if you hear that noise, I apologize. That's my computer sending me crazy messages that I don't need to update stuff. Okay, I think we're almost done. Only a couple more to go. It's like, pulling this release paper off can be a little bit nerve-wracking for me sometimes, but that's okay. Last one, yay! So we're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of that adhesive on it, so we have a little bit of wiggle room when I go and attempt to put that onto the front of our card panel. Okay, yeah, slide it off the edge of the table, grab it, and then we're going to, like I said, I'm going to do my best to get it semi-centered on the card front. There we go. I'm good with that. So we'll just pretend that we have a bow there. Okay, we'll just pretend that there's a bow, there. And I'm going to put on some of these little gold gems that I have. So just going to go ahead and grab 3. There's different sizes, and that's actually perfect for different sizes. And what I'm going to do is, I tried this earlier, is I'm going to hopefully it'll stay. I'm going to use some of that Zig two-way glue and just put it onto the back, and then I'm going to just, wherever it lands is where it shall stay. So I give it a second to grab, and if it doesn't, I'll just use my other finger and grab it and leave it there. And then we're going to go with the next one and do the same thing. And I'm going to go here with it, and this one's upside down, and I'm going to grab, and then we're going to, there you go. And so with the bow, got to pretend that the bow's there, and through the magic of television, we'll just grab the other one, right? And we'll just be totally 100%. Say, oh, look, the bow magically appeared onto our card. So I want to thank you all again for today, for joining me and sticking by while I made all these little attempts at making a bow and all that fun stuff. So like I said, I will link the group into the description box below. You can go ahead and join if you are already a member of it, so you can enter into the contest. And I thank you all, and make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well, and you all have a craft today, y'all.